Hello people, how are we all doing? We are back for Omniscient Readers Viewpoint. By the way, this is your weekly reminder because I've got back from the gym very recently to exercise, do something, go for a jog, do some press-ups, sit-ups, squats, crunches, whatever the hell you want in your room. Or actually, if you have the time and money, get a gym membership. You'll appreciate it in the future, trust me. Anyhow, let us jump into ORV, picking up where we left off last time with Doctor, heading into the 73rd, he said 5th, 73rd Demon Realm. The Star Stream glimpses your existence. Obviously, it'll be 2 chapters today because I'll be caught up as a recording. This has been recorded the day before it goes live. The Star Stream turns a blind eye to your existence. My chair's creaking. You have reached an area adjacent to a scenario. Ugh! Your existence is falling apart. Your story is being damaged. You need a new physical incarnation. Your birth story is leaking out. If I don't hurry up and find a physical incarnation and seal these wounds, where am I? You must have arrived at the scenario's horizon of the 73rd demonic realm by now. The scenario's horizon. There's a place littered with waste, thrown out of scenarios by the cleaners. Were those expelled from a scenario like me? Were those expelled from a scenario like me end up? Wait a minute. This is just a landfill! You should be able to obtain a physical incarnation there somehow. Of course, that's only if you can get components worth using. But how you go about acquiring them is none of our business. May the horizon bless you. Wait! And soon after, Dr. Kim's expression began to shift. His eyes, which darted about in panic, regained their composure, and his mouth, which hung open in disbelief, closed silently. And afterward, straightening out his clothes, Dr. Kim mumbled to himself. This is rough. The Winnie Man's gone then. Doctor is bad at acting. Shut up. He needed to conceal the fact that this place had been his true goal all along. He had to act that way, to hide what he knew about this place, and get what he wanted. I had to do it to avoid making the Winnie Man suspicious. This seems like the right place. Your birth story is falling apart. This hurts. I'm gonna get an incarnation first, or else. Junghyuk-Yu's 111th round. The place Junghyuk-Yu came to in order to regain his power after being expelled from the scenario. The 73rd demonic realm. Scenario's horizon. Junghyuk found his new body in that dumping ground. I don't see a story that would make a good physical incarnation. Activate attribute effect. The fuck is this again? What was this? Huh? The effect of the attribute Lamarck's Giraffe has been activated. Huh? The evolutionary attribute he purchased for 300,000 coins from Byung, Lamarck's Giraffe. This attribute's effect is to absorb destroyed stories and reconstruct a body. How convenient that something like that exists. The effect, search for evolutionary factors, will now begin. Searching for story fragments to absorb. Story fragments have been detected. Good. I can see some parts worth using. Maybe I'll start with this. It's just a fucking heart. Like, that's actually just a heart. Episode 224, Chapter 36, The Story's Horizon, Part 4. We want Jung! Open up! We'd like to interview you. It's been so long since I've had bed in the soft blanket all to myself. How can I get any rest like this? It's been 1 week since we escaped the Soul Dome. A lot's happened since then. With the help of the provisional government, we received residence in Gyeonggi. Then we were called in to answer some questions. What happened in the Soul Dome? And the rumours online true? We want to know how many others like you are out there, holding the same belief. And just what these constellations and scenarios all are. First to answer as sincerely as possible. We kept asking the same things. As time went on, everything got more annoying. The few National Assembly and City Council members who luckily survived and made the provisional government couldn't understand the situation at all, and firmly believed that it would still be relative to the fact that scenarios to face the scenarios as a nation moving forward. That's so fucking stupid. That's so dumb. Like, obviously they're not referring to, treating it physically as a nation, like a space of land. They're obviously referring to it as bureaucratically. But there's no bureaucracy to be had with the fucking Starstream and scenarios. Like, huh? There was only one thing I could tell them when they were clinging on to their outdated beliefs in this new era. All of you should change your shoes and do your neckties. They're not the best attire for running away. Wee-Wan, good morning! Hi, Ji-Hi. Where's Sangha? Knock first next time, though. She's just in her room with the kids. I think they're really shocked about Doctor being gone. It'd be nice if there was at least some kind of manual, like that army man said. Have you heard anything from Hyunsong? He was called in by the military on the first day. I haven't heard anything since. What a fool. I wouldn't have gone if it were me. Who needs the military in a world like this? Hyunsong's come back to the military. Just like how the kids are shut up in their room. It'll be hell once more in 3 days. The next scenario will begin in 3 days. It's likely to be something completely different from what we've gone through so far. You can now respond to the summons of spawning constellations, and you can receive individual trials from them. Individual trials are treated as hidden scenarios, but when they overlap with particular main scenarios, they can replace the main scenario. Replacing the scenario is only possible until the 25th main scenario. Until the start of the 25th, sorry. Clearly the 25th is an important story segment for the Starstream that you cannot skip, and beyond. The Master said nothing major is going to happen for a while, so you can relax. What about Jun-hyuk? He wandered off, muttering something, Dr. Kim. I guess it makes sense, considering. He always said he wanted to kill him. So I'm afraid of him. What about Soo-young? She left this morning, saying she had to talk to government officials. She also said something about it being time to harvest the seeds she'd sown. Officials? There's no use expecting help from them. If anything ever happens to me, be sure to stick with Soo-young Han. I've forgotten the doctor said that. Are you leaving? I can't just sit around here forever. We've got to prepare. Then I'm coming with you. Huh? Miss Hui-wan, I'm a reporter. Can you give us a statement? Can you tell us exactly what happened there? We heard that knowing Kendo helped you. Is that true? Just fucking shing! Just cut them all down. Fuck them. Just kill them. What are they gonna do? In 3 days, nothing matters. Young Chon's hero, welcome your safe return. We welcome your safe return, Judge of Evil, Hui-wan Jiang. A hero? Me? How pathetic. You really want to know what happened there? I'm not the hero you all think I am. I wasn't a candidate for the national team, nor was I even that good at kendo. Before the apocalypse, I was just a bartender at a cheap bar. What? A bar? What? Write down anyway. Constellation, Bald Army General gazes at you with a sad expression. Do you know who Dr. Kim is? Constellation, Bald Army General is reminded of someone by your utterance. Who's that? I think I remember the name from your testimony. Dr. Kim? No, didn't ring a bell. The survivors didn't make it out alive all on their own. What do you mean? The name Dr. Kim wasn't on the list of survivors. Why didn't he return alive? Where is he now? That's right. You wouldn't have a clue. You're just interested in those of us who lived. Finding it entertaining to hear stories of hearsay. I'm certain... It doesn't matter though. If there is one thing that I wish for, he'll be back no matter what. Yes, he will. Motherfuckers, he's got a plan. In fact, don't look like he's falling apart anymore. Hell yeah, boys. The man is no longer crumbling at the seams. Crumbling at the seams? Tearing at the seams. I had to open Twitter and, yeah. It was Twitter. You should follow me on Twitter, by the way. Link in the description. You know what else you should do? Because, before we carry on, I've got important news. This video is sponsored by me. So, sub. And hit the like button. And maybe share the video. And if you really feel like it, hit the notification bell. And the memberships are a thing. You can do that. I wouldn't recommend it. You'll get the videos like a handful of hours to a day to a week early. But that's probably not really worth it. That's all you'd get. So, yeah, up to you. But do those before memberships. Do all the stuff before membership. Other than that, all optional. Everything else, mandatory. You must sub. You must like. You must share. You must notification bell. You must comment. You must! Anyhow, carrying on. The fourth wall said, where am I? Don't copy me. Dr. Kim thought to himself, I should pick this up. You idiot. After spending 4 days walking around heaps of garbage, you end up being so desperate for someone to talk to that you even do it that even the fourth wall will do. In a way, it's a comfort that I'm not just talking to myself. I'm sleepy. Hang in there. You talking makes it easier for me. Some of the absorbed stories are causing a configuration conflict. Damn, this isn't as easy as I'd hoped. The fragments of stories I'd obtained the fragments of stories I'd obtained using Lamarck's giraffe. The ruined heart of the young gold dragon, and the right arm of the pitiful swordmaster. The first story fragment's original name was Ruined Heart of the Young Gold Dragon Who Was Torn Apart by the Otherworld God. However, the torn apart by the Otherworld God part wasn't absorbed. This is the advantage of Lamarck's giraffe. Since Lamarck's inheritance isn't a widely accepted theory, it's not as effective in absorbing stories as other evolutionary type attributes. But, on the other hand, it also doesn't absorb negative traits of stories. Your new physical incarnation is being formed. The creation of a new incarnation has delayed the destruction of your existence. This effect is only temporary, so you should return to a scenario as soon as possible. It's a bit chilly. Huh? Wait. I think I'm a little warmer now. Someone is talking about you. Your story is being created on the planet Earth. Someone's talking about me. I wonder who. That's Jin-hyuk. It's not, but he is speaking of you. Could be Hyun-sung, or Hui-won. Maybe Yu-sung. I've got no idea. It feels strange to know someone's talking about me somewhere, and that someone still remembers me. The story Legend of Dr. Kim was created on the planet Peaceland. I really wish they'd get my name right over there. Anyway, the first thing I've got to do is obtain the scenario of the Demon Realm. You're approaching a scenario area. The run I'm taking now is the same one Jin-hyuk took in his 111th round. As long as nothing unusual pops up, the plan will likely work. Speaking of Jinhyuk's 111th round, it was quite eventful. I think that was around when the author of Dwasa was in a slump. I'm not sure if it was because I gave some advice in the comments, but a new character suddenly appeared, and the story's viewpoint changed. I know, cutie. There's something... That made me uncomfortable. I don't know why. I suppose I can't keep calling her Yusung once this hatches. What should I call her? At that moment, Doctor heard a noise. What's that? Perspective shift? Go? Perhaps? Collection slaves? They take orders from those who govern the demon realm and collect story fragments to use as fuel from around the horizon. Apologies. Dr. Kim realized that if collection slaves were wandering about, an industrial complex should be nearby. Industrial complexes are like cities in the demon realm. There's a planet that grinds up the broken story, a plant that grinds up the broken story fragments, with a residential area surrounding it. If I recall correctly, the closest industrial complex should be Siswitz. Is that a bug? Looks like a bug.
Get a move on. You're behind on fuel collection for the day.
Is that the Overseer? Seeing as he's with them, this must be a large-scale collection. Actually, Demon King candidate has been activated. That startled me. I want her. What? Kill me, please. This is what happens to those who have lost their story. They remember no one, and none remember them. Dr. Kim made a decision. Episode 225, Chapter 37. Landscape of the Demon Realm. Part 1. 642. 6,442. $6,424, you fucking muppet.
Next!
Okay. I'll blend in with the collection slaves and enter the industrial complex. But I inspect the slaves as thoroughly as the travelers.
That's all. Your yield today is pathetic. Hey you, take this one with you too. Throw him in the fuel tank.
That's the Demon Baron Chichefin. I could kill him if I tried with all my might.
Next.
But if I got rid of the Observer myself, the Duke who owns the industrial complex would likely notice me. It'd be dangerous to face them now, without a fully intact incarnation. These are all fucking his. These are all things that, like, well, this was at least. Unless they were just there.
Oh wow, you've actually brought quite a lot. You'll need to take a page from his book, got it? The yield's been much too inadequate recently. At this rate, you'll all be used for fuel. Good work, 6424. Go on in.
You have entered a scenario. And there it is. The next scenario begins. With the scenario of the main, the real world beginning in 3 days. Will Doctor be back in time? Or will he join late? Let's find out in about probably several months from now. More than likely. Well, I mean, if you read Fast Pass, you probably know. Or if you read the scans, you probably know even more. But hey, nonetheless, with all out of the way, I've been Animosity, you have been you. Pretty good chapters this week, if I dare say so myself. Very much looking forward to where things have to go. And with that all out of the way, a ta-ta. For now.